Okay, this is kind of a hard thing to explain, and it took me 20 years to figure it out. You can calculate how much firewood you're going to use to heat your house and what it's going to cost you in comparison to your previous hydro, natural gas, propane, fuel oil. Look at your bills from last year. Let's say you used fuel oil, liters here in Canada, gallons in the States, I suppose. You then tally how many gallons or liters you used, and you Google how many BTUs of energy are in the liter or gallon of oil. Same with kilowatt hours on your hydro. Now these costs are going to, of course, vary wildly from region to region. But you can make a direct comparison to wood. The first thing you have to understand is a pound of wood is a pound of wood is a pound of wood. And while no two charts are exactly in agreement, they're very close percentage wise. How many BTUs are in a pound of wood? Okay, that can be defined. Now, where it gets confusing, seemingly, is let's say a superior firewood like elm, you go to a wood chart, will show twice the BTUs of a bush cord of ash. That is simply because the elm weighs twice as much as the ash. This creates a variable in firmly fixing your costs. I'll address that at the end of the video. It all comes down to BTUs. Again, go back to your energy bill last year, whatever the source it was, and it's easily calculable the BTUs that you consumed. Now, I go to this chart here. Well, I guess I got to get out of the frame. I see it was a week from December 2019 I did this. Let's just go up here for a moment. I would have been using an ash at this given rate. So 750 pounds of wood for one face cord times 8,600 BTUs from a chart. So how many BTUs per week, per day, per hour? Easily calculable. Now, 1 watt of hydro equals 3.4 BTUs. Okay, so I can make a direct comparison between hydro and wood BTUs. I just put this here as an example. 1500 watt electric heater gives you 5,100 BTUs per hour. Less than a pound of wood, ironically. So, how many kilowatts I used per week, per day, per hour, times whatever your kilowatt cost is, right? So then that week I burnt a face cord of wood. How many pounds, how many cubic feet per day, times, somehow I muddled 8,100 and 8,600 here, but that's my error. Don't worry about it. Again, the percentage. So I assume I based that on $400 a bush cord. Cost me $9.80 a day. Fuel oil at that time was $1.30 a liter, so it would have cost me $20 to heat with fuel oil rather than wood. Now, again, man, I hope that phone's aimed the right way. Move that chart over just in case. So, just in case. So, again, I can take my hydro, my fuel oil, I could take natural gas measured in cubic feet, propane, I think they rate it in pounds or liters, I don't know. And I can compare my costs. I know I'm going to burn a face cord a week and a bush cord a month. Your house, well, it all comes back to how many BTUs of whatever energy did you consume last year. That's how much wood you're going to need in pounds. Now, here's where it gets a little confusing and you can't actually specifically define how much wood you're going to need, is what kind of wood you're getting, whether you buy it or harvest it yourself. You have to look at a reliable wood chart, find 2 or 3 that are in agreement for what kind of wood you're going to procure in whatever fashion in your area. Because if I buy a bush cord of ash, I'm going to get half of the BTUs of wood. So the only way really to safely do all of this is to again go back, do your BTU costs from last year and whatever form of energy you had. You need that many BTUs. Go to the poorest wood you're going to buy in your area, calculate your math, and then any wood you got better would, no pun intended, just be a bonus and take your total costs down. To some you've got to know your wood species in your area, but you're still going to get mixed loads and variable loads. So the quality of wood is the variable that defines. You cannot solidly pin down what your wood costs are going to be, but you can solidly pin down using this formula how much wood you're going to use and what it's going to cost you in your area against your various other costs. So I hope that made sense.